first question. Several users reported that they are unable to write data to the /oracle-l directory. The following output has been provided. Which of the following commands should the administrator use to diagnose this issue? Our second question. A DevOps engineer needs to download a Git repository, and we have the URL here. Which of the following commands will achieve this goal? Our third question. A junior administrator is trying to set up a passwordless SSH connection to one of the servers. The administrator follows the instructions and puts the key in the authorized_key file at the server. But the administrator is still asked to provide a password during the connection. Given the following output, which of the following commands would resolve the issue and allow an SSH connection to be established without a password? You need to select one option out of the available 4 options. And the answer is B. We would use the mv command with the .sh/authorized_key into the .sh/authorized_keys file. I'm going to bring up our lab now so we can take a look at how we would use this mv command. Question 4. A systems administrator received a notification that the system is performing slowly. When running the top command, the systems administrator can see the following values. Which of the following commands will the administrator most likely run next? Fifth question. A systems administrator is unable to terminate a process. Our sixth question. A Linux administrator is providing a new Nginx image from the registry to local cache. Which of the following commands would allow this to happen? Hello and welcome to this 591 lab CompTIA Linux Plus XK0-005 review Q&A with Demo Lab. My name is Philip and I want to thank you for joining us today. 591lab.com. We would normally pronounce it as 591 Lab. It's a top IT training and certification exam brand in China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Singapore. We provide exceptional exam preparation experience for certifications in Cisco, CompTIA, Huawei, Aruba, Juniper, Palo Alto, and Fortinet exam tracks. Our agenda today, we're going to take a look at 7 sample questions and answers with demo following each question. Our first question. Several users reported that they are unable to write data to the /oracle-l directory. The following output has been provided. Which of the following commands should the administrator use to diagnose this issue? We need to select one out of the 4 options which are available. And the correct answer is A. We would use the df command with a -i followed by the mount point. In this case, it's Oracle-L. I'm going to bring up our lab now so we can take a look at this first question. Here within our lab, as we saw in our first question, when we are troubleshooting capacity issues for various mount points, we can leverage the df command. When we use the -h, it's going to present the output in human readable format. Let's take, for example, this mount point here with say /boot. We can see 960 megabytes. Now, if we want to see the size of the structure, we can leverage what are known as inodes, also known as index nodes. Inodes are a data structure that keep track of all the files and directories within a Linux system. So if we rerun this df command and we use the -i option and specify this mount point /boot, represented here with the inode output. Now we can see the total number of inodes for this mount point, and we can see the free inodes and those inodes that are in use. So you can think of inodes as a tracker that tracks all files and directories within a Linux file system. So whenever we're troubleshooting capacity issues, as we saw in question 1, we can leverage the DF with a -small I option. And this is going to display the inodes. All right, let's go back to the slides. Back on our slides, our second question. A DevOps engineer needs to download a Git repository. And we have the URL here. Which of the following commands will achieve this goal? We need to select one out of the 4 options. And the correct answer is A. We would use the get with the clone option and then specify the URL to the repository. I'm going to bring up our lab now so we can take a look at how we would use the get command with the clone option here within our lab. I'm going to switch to the downloads folder. As we saw in question 2, in order for us to download the Git repository, we're going to leverage the get command. Now we're going to use the keyword clone. And now we need to specify the URL for the Git repository. For our demo here, I'm going to download a password generator from a Git repository. And this is the URL for the Git repository for the password generator. As we can see, based on the speed of your internet connection, the process was seamless. And now we can see that directory within our downloads folder. And we can see the contents for that Git repository, which we just downloaded. This is how we would use the get command with the clone option, similar to question 2. All right, let's go back to our slides. Our third question. A junior administrator is trying to set up a passwordless SSH connection to one of the servers. The administrator follows the instructions and puts the key in the authorized_key file at the server. But the administrator is still asked to provide a password during the connection. Given the following output, which of the following commands would resolve the issue and allow an SSH connection to be established without a password? You need to select one option out of the available 4 options. And the answer is B. We would use the mv command with the .sh/authorized_key into the .sh/authorized_keys file. I'm going to bring up our lab now so we can take a look at how we would use this mv command. Here within our lab, let's take a look at the .sh directory. We have 2 files, authorized_key and authorized_keys. And the solution is to use the mv command as we saw in question 3. Now we need to specify the source file. And finally, we need to specify the destination file. And as we can see, only one file remains, which is authorized_keys file. So this is how we would answer question 3 by leveraging the mv command. And we specify the source file, and then we specify the destination file. All right, let's go back to the slides. Question 4. A systems administrator received a notification that the system is performing slowly. When running the top command, the systems administrator can see the following values. Which of the following commands will the administrator most likely run next? we need to select one option out of the available 4 options. The correct answer is A. We would run the VM stat command. I'm going to bring up our lab now so we can take a look at the VM stat command. Here within our lab, let's first take a look at the top command. Now we're going to leverage the VM stat command. Now we're going to see various statistics regarding memory, swap, input-output, system, CPU. This is similar to question 4, which we saw. We would leverage the VM stat command in order to get more information about our system. All right, let's go back to our slides. Back on our slides, we have our 5th question. A systems administrator is unable to terminate a process. Which of the following should the administrator use to forcibly stop the process? We have 5 options available to us. We need to select one. And the correct answer is B. We would use the kill command with a hyphen and the number 9. And this is going to forcibly stop the process. I'm going to bring up our lab real quickly so we can take a look at the kill command with a hyphen 9 option. Here within our lab, I'm going to start the gedit program in background mode. And to start the program in background mode, I simply append the ampersand symbol at the end of the program. Now when I run the jobs command, I can see the gedit program is running in the background. Now if I want to forcibly stop this process, I can issue the kill command with a hyphen number 9. And now I need to specify the process ID. And as you can see, when we rerun the jobs command, it says gedit was killed. And the program is no longer running in the background. This is similar to question 5, where we want to forcibly stop a process. We would leverage the kill command with a hyphen number 9 option. And then we would need to specify the process ID. All right, let's go back to the slides. For our 6th question, a Linux administrator is providing a new Nginx image from the registry to local cached. Which of the following commands would allow this to happen? We need to select one option out of the available options. And the correct answer is A. We would use the docker command with the option pull, and then we would specify the name of the image. I'm going to bring up back our lab so we can take a look at the docker command with the pull option. Here within our lab, currently we only have the password generator directory. Now we're going to issue the docker command as we saw in question 6. And now we'll specify the name of the image. Similar to question 6. And as we can see, the image is being downloaded. Now, if we would like to verify that the image was actually downloaded, we can issue the docker command and use the option image followed by ls. And as we can see, it says Nginx. It's the latest version. And we can see the size of the file. Here's also the docker command with the option images, which also gives us the same result. This is how we would work with question 6 by using a Docker command with the option pull. Alright, let's go back to our slides. Our final question. A developer is trying to install an application remotely that requires a graphical interface for installation. The developer requested assistance to set up the necessary environment variables along with X11 forwarded in SSH. Which of the following environment variables must be set in Remote Shell in order to launch the graphical interface? We need to select one of the options out of the available 4 options. And the correct answer is D. You would use the $sign and the keyword display to set the environment variable in order to get a graphical interface. I'm going to bring up our lab now so we can take a look at a variable called display. Here within our lab, I'll clear the screen. Now if we want to see the current value for the display variable, we'll leverage the echo command and use the keyword display in all caps. And here we get the value for the environment variable known as display, as we saw on question 7 in our slides. Alright, let's go back to our slides. I want to thank you all for attending today's class at 591 Lab. We hope you found the material informative and helpful. Remember, practice is critical to mastering any new skill. Please don't hesitate to contact us. We appreciate your participation and look forward to seeing you in our future classes. Have a great day. My name is Philip, and I want to thank you for choosing 591 Lab.